Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to go over our daily technical analysis update of gold and silver. Again, we're going to get a wide array of stuff. We'll have dollar, 10-year yield, and then go into the gold, silver, platinum, and copper, the actual contract prices, and then go into some ETFs and individual companies. The 10-year, I think, as it goes up, is going to benefit gold and silver. Under inflationary environments, we see increasing interest rates and we see higher gold prices. Gold prices usually lag in the beginning they'll make a first initial surge, then they lag for a little bit, and then they start to take off. And I think we're getting close to a takeoff, I think, for a move higher. So let's take a look at these charts. I'll give you my opinion. It's just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice or anything like that. And let's take a look at the markets together. So here we go. Here comes gold and silver. So we're going to start with the dollar and gold. And you can see we had this, we were moving, man. We were killing it all the way up to 18.10 or so. And then we sold off. Dollar went up like someone wanted to do a step change, like they had to save the dollar. And then gold bounced right back up as the dollar came back down. Looking at the dollar on a medium, this is kind of a short-term perspective. We came up, but then we're breaking back down. Today, we were down 93.63. So we're right here kind of in this area in here today. I still expect this thing to drop. Looking at it from a bigger picture view, many years, this is the last commodity bull market, was the index falling to the bottom. A recovery phase of real estate went from 2009 all the way till about somewhere in this range. We started getting to an expansionary phase, and that's when the dollar likes to go down. So I think this is going to go down over time, probably more towards the lows of 72. And that's a ways off. Looking at the 10-year, we were down today. We might pull back a little bit. But overall, we broke the resistance line downtrend, and we're probably going to see higher yields as a general trend. Gold, what a tease. Here's our downtrend line. We broke out and we came back in. I still think it's game on to try to break out next week. So I like it. Let's hope the buyers keep the pressure on. Silver did well. It does have a little wick at the top, just like gold. We broke out of its downtrend. I think the general trend is going to be higher. And same with platinum. The general trend will be higher. Doesn't mean we go straight up. It means that we could cycle back and forth. The general trend is higher with this downtrend break. And I have been buying physical platinum in here. Copper's doing the whole back test thing. We came up, contracted, and the buyers and sellers equaled each other. That's why the candlestick opening and closing prices are the same here. We reversed. We're going to do our back test, and then we're going to take off and say goodbye to this 440 price level. Looking at a big picture view at the Hue to gold ratio. We're at support. We found support and we've bounced. So I do think this trend line is holding, at least at the current moment. Let's see if we can get a little bit of an uptrend out of this, where the Huey outperforms gold. And I think that will happen with time. And we're kind of zoomed in here. This is a very cheap price. And this is XAU, the gold and silver index to gold. We came up below it a little bit and then bounced right back up. So I think this is going to maintain its uptrend, hopefully, for that ratio, where the gold and silver index is going to outperform gold, the mining companies. Now here's GDX on a weekly chart looking at this. Yeah, we bounced below it a little bit, but we're coming back up. Let's see if we can close above it and keep this uptrend intact. GDX on a daily chart, downtrend's broken. I think that we're probably going to start a general uptrend. So we'll move on up. SILJ, I didn't really have any lines to draw in here, but I mean, that's what it looks like, kind of messed up. COVID sell-off, bounced right back up. I think it's an overall uptrend move. That will hopefully remain intact. We have SILJ here on the daily. We broke the downtrend line here just recently, so we're moving on up. General trend is up. EXK, we came up into this pattern, broke out to the downside, and now I think we're breaking this downtrend pattern where I think we'll see a move, hopefully higher. And First Majestic, it's still in an uptrend. I'd say let's keep moving on up. Newmont, not really too much of a trend in here, but it's in an uptrend looking at the big picture view, so it still looks really good. Franco-Nevada and its uptrend still looks good. We have Sandstorm Gold. Not much of a trend line, but it is. Higher lows are stepping up. It looks good. Here's Teuton Resources, kind of trying to break out of its downtrend line right here. It's trying. It'll break. Barrick Gold, if you draw the trend line through these guys, it did break to the downside on that one. Yamana Gold, looking at this, it looks like it's putting in a bottom to come up higher, so I wanted to back out a little bit and see what it has. That's backed out. I think it looks good. We got the downtrend line that's broken in 2019, and we're in an uptrend. This is a big pullback. If we throw in a trend line here, and it's somewhere in this range here. Depending on how you draw it, it looks like it's ready to go up higher anytime. So that's what I have for today. Just touching on some of these charts, some of these, most of the downtrends are broken. I'm going to say higher is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a general trend that is higher. Doesn't mean every day is going to be higher. General trend. And I'm a big bull. I think the market conditions and valuations are both in alignment for a bull market in gold and silver. So I think higher prices eventually. Even if the short term doesn't work out, I still think these have to go higher. Have to go higher because inflation, higher interest rates, rotation of money from bonds into this stuff eventually. It's going to be it'll be a slow leak and then a fast one. I think there'll be a time where rates they could lose control of rates. They move on up, and money starts to really flow and move around. And that's what I'm waiting for. That's why I'm positioned. I'm holding on and looking for a ride higher. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.